AITAH for refusing to go and standing my ground after my ex-friend and my ex-GF invited me to their wedding? Believe me, I'm still confused and I don't get why I'm so important in this story. I mean, it's an old story that I thought was past and buried, but apparently not. So when my daughter, Sophie, she isn't mine biologically because she is the daughter of my best friend who died of cancer and her mother disappeared out of nowhere and never showed up, was 3 I was with an old ex of mine, Clara. After only 1 month of our relationship I caught Clara cheating on me with a friend of mine. I broke up immediately with her and my relationship with my friend. I blocked their numbers and every contact on social media. But to me that was it and I thought that it was the end, but it wasn't. For years they tried to make peace, but I always refused rudely and aggressively, caused that pain and anger was always there. But now this thing just added, making me think with what kind of weirdo I was for a month. At that time she was one of those who believed in karma, luck and all this mystic stuff, but I never realized how much. Well, a few hours ago I received a text from Clara inviting me to their wedding. It would be in 2 weeks. According to her it was a way to throw the past back and be a better person, but I just refused, saying absolutely fucking not and go to hell. I genuinely thought that my reply was clear and loud enough, but apparently it wasn't, and started a whole circus of drama and ridiculousness that is nonsense to me. Apparently in the last months they were always fighting, so they went to search help from one of those future readers, and according to him it was all because the bad karma I sent them for their betrayal. So if I don't forgive them and come to their wedding it would be a disaster. In this 2 hours my phone is blowing up with texts and calls from Clara, my ex-friend and even their parents. They are all trying to convince me to forgive them and to go to their wedding. I'm currently replying to all their texts with just, go fuck yourself and go to hell. Of course I never forgave them and will never, so they can insist how much they want, but I will never do it. They even try the pathetic move to make me feel guilty by saying that if I don't do what they want, the disaster of the wedding and their marriage would be only my fault with my bad karma and malicious influences. Ahaha. I might sound cruel, but I'm actually enjoying all this circus cause their excuses are just so nonsense that is hilarious. They didn't try with my parents or our friends cause they know what happened and they would never help them. But like always I had a talk with my grandma, she is my official psychologist and suggester, ahaha, but she said that since it's important for them I have to just accept and go, so this thing would end here. To her I must fake to forgive them but go to the wedding anyway, so all this pathetic story end, but I don't know. So here I'm asking you for your opinion. AITAH for refusing to be part of this nonsense, or I should just accept it so it would end once and forever, even if I would never forgive them for real. Edit. Guys, some of you are evil with your ideas. I like it, ahaha. I'm actually divided between not going or going and applying some of your advices, ahaha. Anyway, some of you pointed out why I'm so involved with this story, and the reason is because the friend that betrayed me was one of my closest friends, and it's not about the Clara's cheating, but because my friend betrayed me so easily like I was a stranger. This is what hurts the most. It's my friend's betrayal that hurts the most instead of the cheating. But don't worry that I would update you in the next days, cause something big happened and I still don't know how to proceed. So thank you all for your advices and evil plans. I wonder why I didn't sign for Reddit before, because you guys would have made my life easier years ago, ahaha. Today must have been a day focused on relax, calm, peace and fun, but it was all the opposite. Yesterday I had an outburst and I decided that today I had to relax and calm down before doing something stupid or worst. So yesterday at night at the last minute I organized a day in the mountains for skiing, relaxing and clear my thoughts, but I ended up in the hospital. See, this early morning when I parked my car at the hotel I fainted unconsciously in the parking, and it's the second time in 3 days, so something is wrong with me and I'm currently at the hospital seeking for answers, but this isn't all, unfortunately. 30 minutes ago I was with my grandparents, who's come to see me because they knew what happened, and while we were there talking, guess who showed up out of the blue? My ex-GF and my ex-friend. They tried to bluff the real reason why they were there, but when I saw them in the hall I already knew why. They went in person trying to convince me to go to their wedding because of the bad karma and all the BS I told you in the last post. But this time I acted quickly and smartly. After like 3 minutes while they were here asking me how I was, if it was something big and all this classic BS, I interrupted them and finally told them that yes, I will go to their wedding. Their expressions changed in like 3 seconds and they tried to hug me and thank me, but I aggressively told them to back off and stay back cause I need to rest and to don't have any stress. After that I told them to leave and make me know where they were organizing the wedding, the exact day and hour. My ex told me and I took note, and then they left. My grandparents watched me like I was a ghost and asked me if I for real was about to forgive them, but I told them, of course not, and they asked me why the hell I accepted. So I told them that I accepted my job's promotion, and since it was an emergency they needed me in the new country in 8 days. At this point they understood and my grandpa gave me a pat on the shoulder telling me, you fucking smartass, with a smile, and after a bit more of talking they left. So yes, their wedding is in 10 days, but me, Sophie and our new entry puppy will be in another country at 4 hours, by plane, by distance. So of course I wouldn't attend, and some of you guys gave me advices on a letter to send them and I took the courage and will take ideas from your last post's evil ideas, ahaha. So right now I'm with Sophie and our puppy, and believe me I wish I could be there at their wedding just to see their reactions, cause it must be something special, ahaha. I will update you in a few weeks when I would be in my new country and when I had news from their wedding. Can't wait for it, ahaha. Hey people, this isn't the update that you are looking for, and in fact I said, small update. I'm feeling way better and finally I know what I had and now everything is under control, so my health is okay. The only health that makes me worry is that of my mother. Apparently cancer is for real back and her conditions are getting worse and worse. I talked with the doctors and according to them the situation isn't exactly good and they fear the worst. But apart this today I had a last visit to my grandparents. I will for sure miss my grandma's food and her very particular ideas about small portions. I hanged out with my friends one last time and I gave a last look at my house. I decided to rent it. I might be too emotional, but doing all this was way more difficult than I had imaginated, and a few times I got emotional. So right now I'm at the airport waiting for my flight with Sophie and our sleeping puppy. I decided to anticipate just for one day because I wanted to be prepared and to start to organize and control my new neighborhood, at least see where I work, see what I have around, and to have a tour of my new zone to see if everything is exactly how I organized in such a short time. You know, it's very difficult to say goodbye to your old life. Like I always say, I have always organized and schemed every part of my life, and saying goodbye to my routine to start a new one is more difficult than I could imagine. But I know I'm doing this for me, for my job and for my future. This morning after the shower I was thinking at all of this. I seated there on my old bed for the last time to think at all of this. If I made the right choice, how this day would go. What if I made a terrible mistake and Sophie saw me there thinking and decided to literally jump on me and yelling, "Daddy, tomorrow we will all be at our new home, aren't you excited like me?" I tickled her and we fighted a bit, but I told her that of course I was excited, and with her at my side nothing could scare me. This little witch always knows how to handle me and make my thoughts go away. So yes, a bit hesitant and scared, but I'm ready for whatever will happen. My ex and my ex-friend never saw where I live and never showed up at my house, so our only contacts are through my phone. According to them, they're very excited for their wedding and always says to me to be punctual. Of course I will be, don't worry. And don't worry guys, I will update you all when my rats will have news. Or like we say in my country, the rats are waiting for feast, and I'm too,